Hello everybody, it's your main man Flip Bass back with another episode of Disputed. I've got some things to talk about before we get into the week one predictions. Um, Not really FSL related, more my content related, but I'll get into that in a minute. Then we got some off-season moves to cover, some draft stuff to cover, and it should be a good episode. Let's get into it. The things I wanted to talk about that are me related, my content related, it's mostly my personality. It's kind of boring to get up here and talk off a script 100% because that's not being me. That's just being whatever I wrote down. So I've got some bullet points in front of me, just gonna spitball off of that, and like hopefully this works because I gotta be honest, making the videos before off the script was not that fun. It's not really enjoyable. So I don't think y'all like watching it either. It's not enjoyable for y'all. I'm just like a robot. I might as well be AI, you know? So hopefully this works out. Should be a better time. Should be more enjoyable to watch, more enjoyable for me to make. And let's get into actual episode content. Start out with the Sharks versus the Mystics. All I got to say about the Sharks is that the offense is kind of scary looking. Marcus Evans and Alki were good as it is, and they're adding Shebang Bang Richardson the third, who in my opinion isn't the greatest player. There were better options for the Sharks to take during the draft, but they see something I don't, I guess. Um, that's why I didn't draft him. I didn't take him. That was the Sharks. And if that's what their scouts told them was right, that's what they said. But I think they missed. Moving on to the Mystics, that's the Percy Willis show guest starring Burrow Packer. What are we talking about right now? That's just that's not a very good team. Y'all are rating them way too high, but they won a championship. Cool. They lost so many weapons and they didn't add enough back. I think there's a 5% chance they repeat at most. They're just they're kind of mid. Percy Willis and Burrow Packer are good, but can they carry a team by themselves? No, they can't. So, in my humble opinion, I got to go with the Sharks beating the Mystics 6-2. Next up, I got the Tide versus the Comets. The Tide traded Rogelio Gil, but they drafted 8 rookies, including an almost 100% guaranteed talent in Audrey Becker. Audrey Becker is generational for sure. There's no doubt about it. He's been like that since college. He's going to be like that in the league. But 8 rookies is a lot. The draft is only 5 rounds, so they traded for 3 extra picks. Was trading Rogelio Gil and Clyde Steele the greatest choice? That's not something I want to get into really. You know, it's neither here nor there. It wasn't working last season, so why would it work this season? I respect the true rebuild, just trading everybody, bringing in everybody new. 15 roster spots and 8 of them are rookies. That's a bold move, but I think it'll pay off pretty good. They got General Poole, solid name, more than solid name actually. For the Tide, that's Poole. Yeah, if you don't get it, y'all don't get it, but I think it's a pretty good name. Um, Moving on to the Comets, the offense is looking pretty good. Ray Sparks, Jaden Little, and Max Adams, but the defense is 3 rookies, all unproven. So you can take that however you want. The way I'm taking it is that the first game is going to be a little shaky, but I think the Comets offense is better than the Tide defense because really all the Tide have on defense is Audrey Becker. Like the rest of it isn't that talented. So I think I got to go with the Comets winning 5-4. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the Red Pandas versus the Frogs next. The Red Pandas look very mid. Offense is all right. Defense is all right. Not like anything too special. Yeah, it's kind of the same with the Frogs. Besides Drew Parker and DeAndre Boyd, not much is standing out to me. Um, Wait, hold on. Cornelius Gross on the Red Pandas defensive player, second team All Pro last year. He's good. I like it. I think Drew Park wins his ones, to be honest though. So I'll go with the Frogs winning 6-4. Next up, I think we're gonna go Los Lobos Phantoms at Los Lobos. First game ever for my team over here. No bias at all, but Los Lobos seem to be a top 5 team immediately, the way I see it. Two rookie generational talents on offense and Rolando Johnson and Adrian Mitchell. And on defense, got two all-pro defensive players here, Chet Linder and the captain of the team, Stephen Bain. What else do I even need to say, dog? This team is legit. This team is here to play. We're not going to lose. There's no chance we lose to the Phantoms. Sorry, franchising the Phantoms. I don't know what we're doing here. This is really just a formality at this point. They could give us the ring right now, put that banner up in the rafters, but they say we got to play 10 games first and go through the playoffs, so we'll do it. We'll put up with it for now, but next season I think we'll just take the ring at the start. Phantoms lost Ata Fuimono in a trade to the Rebels, but they still look like they'll be alright. Ata didn't do that much anyway, if we're to be honest, and they replaced him with Bill Roy in the draft, who could be someone to keep an eye on. He's a real hit or miss. I like the upside, don't like the downside that much, so we'll have to see how it plays out. In terms of this game, though, week 1, I got Los Lobos winning in an upset 8-7. I know a lot of people are favoring the Phantoms, but I'm going to go with my squad here. I got a lot of faith in them. Not even biased right now. I just think they're really good. Rolando Johnson and Adrian Mitchell seem to have a lot of chemistry in training camp and whatnot. But this could be a team to keep an eye on. Just like I said with Bill Roy, keep your eye on them. You get be occupied both your eyes. This could be a special team. I really do think they could go all the way. Year 1, but Vamos Lobos. Now we're going to move on to the Dragons versus the Rebels. The Dragons traded away Xavier King on offense, but they added rookie Dwayne Wells on defense, which I think should work out pretty well for them. They'll be a little more balanced versus just having Tobias Fonseca on defense and having the big 3 on offense. It should work out pretty well. Moving on to the Rebels. Rebels drafted my grandson Philip Bayless in the draft. Big shout out Philip. Real smart guy, real intuitive thinker on the field. But he's not the best frame. He only like 6'1", 180 pounds. I think they got him bulking up a little bit, but that's not going to help the height part of it. They also got Boris McLean and Ata Fuimono on defense. They should be an alright team. I'm thinking middle of the pack. I don't think they're that good, but they're not bad. With all that being said, I think I got to go with the Dragons winning this one 6-3. Finally, we have my game of the week, Knights versus Flame. The Knights are looking really spooky. They had the Defensive Player of the Year Benny Bronk through trade, and they still have Offensive Player of the Year Quinn McHugh. The Flame traded for Rogelio Gil, Clyde Steele, and Xavier King, and they drafted Kevin Welch, who should be really solid for them. Even though the Flame are looking pretty solid, I gotta go with the Knights winning this one 7-6. They're a little more well-rounded. The highs are higher than the Flames' highs, and that Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year 1-2 is going to be really good for them. I think they got a solid chance to take it all the way, but they're not beating Los Lobos still. They're not beating us. No one's beating us. We got locked down already. Flame. Who's even on the Flame? I know I just said a few players, but like realistically, who on the Flame is better than Adrian Mitchell and Rolando Johnson? Nobody. Who in the league is better than Rolando Johnson and Adrian Mitchell? Nobody. We got it locked down. It's ours. It's up in the Raptors already, pretty much. That's all I got for you on this episode of Disputed. To everybody at home, thank you for watching, and have a great day.